All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here on this very interesting Tuesday evening. Tuesday, April 27th, 2021. If you're watching this live, if you're watching the replay, I don't know how much value this show is going to have after tonight because things are just happening in real time. And I'm going to hold off a second. Let me make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. This is so comical. This is so comical. Watching grown men self-destruct in real time on YouTube is rather comical to me, even as a coach. I mean, I want to help these people, but you can't help people that aren't open to help, right? And so the YouTube notification has gone out. Let me also check out the back end of YouTube and YouTube Studio. And it looks like things are rolling smoothly. Again, this show is not being simulcasted on Facebook for obvious reasons. This stream is being primarily catered or mainly catered to a pre-existing audience that I've had for a while, or people that know the backstory. There's almost 4 years of a backstory regarding what we're going to be discussing here tonight. So if you're brand new, you're probably not going to have a clue regarding what's going on here. If you want to hang around and try to figure it out, you're more than welcome to stay. If not, please come back to one of the regularly scheduled shows out here when I do the life coaching streams. I was going to get back to that, today on this show, but things happen. Things just continue to happen. And I want to update my audience here live on the air in one shot, so that way I don't get over 100 emails asking me what's going on, Eli, tell me what's going on. And I want to get back to everyone, but it becomes a little overwhelming. So I just figured I would do it live. And so here we are. So yeah, this would not make sense for my Facebook audience, and this will not make sense to anyone that's brand new here. But hey, feel free to stick around if you'd like, regardless. Or come back, like I said, to one of the regular streams. Also, this channel is sponsored by the Discover Community Network, run by my good friend, Troy Brewer. He is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. If you'd like to find out more information about the Discover Community Network, please go below the description about a third of the way down, and you'll see a couple of links there, one to the main site and one to one of the subsidiaries. There are many subsidiaries of the Discover Community Network. So check out those links and connect with Troy for all of your branding and marketing needs. He also has connections with people that sell some great products that you may need, and they're the most trusted resources in the industry. So check out those websites, and you can also find out how to connect with Troy through there. And don't forget to okay, stop, Eli. Don't forget to mention, there we go, getting the words out of my mouth, that Coach Eli sends you with lots and lots of love. I just want to get right to it, but we can't forget the sponsor. He's a good guy. He runs a real business, and he's very, very trustworthy and reputable. He's been doing it for over 15 years. I've known him for over 10 years. I put my name on the line for him. He puts his name on the line for me, and it's a great team. Nothing better than that. So show Troy some love. If you'd like to get value here, check out the sponsor. He's a great guy. Really amazing. Very amazing person, is what I'm trying to say. All right, Lord Gaelic is in the house. How you doing, Lord Gaelic? I don't know if you've been following what's been going on, man. Lots of stuff, man. Lots of crazy stuff. And if you haven't been around watching the streams for the last week or so, you're probably not going to have a clue. You may have to go back and try to catch up. Yeah, Arnie, you don't have to spoil the show, Arnie. Arnie's trying to spoil the show before it even gets started here. But I guess my title gave it away anyway, right? Let's get to the title of this stream, and let's get right to it. I don't want to be here too long. I'm going to try to limit this show to an hour and a half, but I hope to get through it in an hour. But let's just see what happens. I'll be going through the chat and answering all the questions and comments and concerns as well. The title of this stream is Lycantheory. What's up your sleeve, bro? Hey, what's up your sleeve, Lycantheory? Plus, Coach Rahm is finished, or is he? One more time. Lycantheory, what's up your sleeve? Plus, Coach Rahm is finished, or is he? Is he pulling the Houdini act temporarily? Arnie, you're very intuitive, bro. You know the whole story, bro. Arnie, I'll tell you what, bro. I'll just have you come on through StreamYard, and then we can, I can just, go take a vacation. You can run my channel, bro, because you know everything as well as I do, Arnie. How about we do that, man? Lord Gaelic with the $5 super chat with no message. Lord Gaelic, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow, Lord Gaelic. You're going to make me turn on the donation tag. Thank you so much, Lord Gaelic. Man, that's unexpected, bro. We need to definitely connect offline soon. I know we've both been pretty busy. I've been tremendously busy with YouTube stuff and other things as well. But I want to find time for you, bro. And I've been also helping some people behind the scenes with some coaching. So we need to find time to talk, one-on-one. I want to get to know you better, Lord Gaelic, and you're a real true friend outside of the money. But I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. You're a good man. Let me see here. Donation tag. It's already there. We're going to start it off at $5. Folks, if you have any suggestions on what I should name the what I should name the donation title tonight, put it in the chat there. I'm thinking here, what should I name this here? Let me see. I was thinking of calling it Pathetic Wannabe YouTubers. But that wouldn't be too nice. Now, let's leave it at channel donations for right now. Okay. All right. Thank you again, Lord Gaelic, for the $5 super chat, bro. I greatly appreciate that. So let me start off by making this statement. I have never seen two people, in this case, two men, more so self-destruct in real time out here on YouTube than these two men. One more than the other. But when we talk about, Jamie Lycantheory and Coach Rahm, or just Rahm, right? I've never seen two people, two grown men, one in his mid-30s and one in his early 40s. Grown men. One is 35, one is, I believe, 41. Self-destruct in real time, publicly, on the world's largest video platform. And I'm not just saying this, and I'm not trying to attack them or criticize them. I'm just stating what I've seen. Like, wow. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. You tell me in the chat. I've never seen two grown men behave in the ways they're behaving solely on the fact that they want to be successful, famous YouTubers. And they'll do anything and everything to try to make that happen, to seek and gain relevancy and make money. But is it really their fault? Whose fault really is this? Well, they're in control of their own behavior, no matter what. Even if they're influenced by money from this fake caregiving business sponsor I've been talking about for a while now, Texas Caregiver, paying them money to do these heinous acts out here on YouTube to continue making that paycheck, right? And a lot of people have said, even these guys sponsored by Texas Caregiver have said, oh, we're not told what to do. We can do whatever we want. No, that's BS. No one's buying it. No one's buying it. Now, again, the actions of Jamie Lycantheory channel and Coach Rahm channel run by Rahm, the actions of these guys are their own responsibility. Even if someone else is influencing them, to do certain things because they're paying them a large amount of money to do so. Sorry, I'm slipping my words here because there's so much to say and I want to get it all out. So don't mind me. And I haven't had a whole lot of sleep. My sleeping pattern's been messed up. I've been following this story most of the day while multitasking on other things, and I'm a little tired, so don't mind me if I stumble on my words every now and then. It's just there's a lot going on, and I wanted to get all the information and sum it up for you folks on this one show here. So, yeah, lots of things happened today. But instead of just getting right to it, let me get to the chat, and I'm sure the chat will talk about it, and I will go ahead and respond as I go through the chat before I get too backed up on the chat. All right, Cub Castleberry, we're just going to call you Cub from here on out. Mrs. L invested way too much in that channel for it to just go away. Something is definitely up. This has nothing to do with her, actually. It has nothing to do with her. Cub says, Jamie's so greedy. You can tell he is kind of happy it is shut down for now. More donations for Jamie. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't think he's really happy about it. I think that the more channels that are a part of the Lycan Legion network, the more comes back to him. And see, you folks are looking at this the wrong way. Jamie has created a cult-like environment in the Lycan Legion. So while all of those channels, are separate channels from the Lycantheory network of channels, them being a part of Lycan Legion, right? Even when they run their own streams independent of Jamie's channels and his streams, they always talk about Lycan Legion. So what are they doing? They're in essence constantly promoting Jamie's network, right? It's kind of like having sub-channels that are cheerleaders for the main channel. So quite honestly, Rahm not being around for the moment, I say for the moment, we'll get to that in a second. We're going to dig deep into everything here tonight. Not having Rahm around actually hurts Jamie more than helps him. Hurts Jamie more than helps him. Because you're not looking at it the right way. You folks are not looking at this the right way. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this has really nothing to do with Mrs. L. And I would rather keep her out of this conversation because she really has nothing to do with what has happened. And I'm saying that sincerely. I know that for a fact. Okay? Has she done her part in helping people to get ahead? Yes, but this has nothing to do with her. And her intentions are pure. And I'm not just saying that to those of you that think I'm just saying that. I honestly mean that. But this has nothing to do with her. The behavior of these men have nothing to do with her. Seriously. Cub says that's why he keeps the Brutally Lord channel under his thumb. Of course, it's the same thing with Rahm. It's the same thing. It was the same thing with DeRosa before he left, right? Give me a second here. Part of the reason why Jamie is starting to struggle is because he's losing all of his affiliate channels of the Lycan Legion. People are going away. There are less channels to promote the Lycan Legion, less traction for him, more work for him, right? And on top of what's happening, especially with what happened with, the J.D. Gunner situation almost 2 weeks ago when he came out here and spit on my father's grave. And because, at least initially, Jamie was, saying that's not a good thing. Then Jamie flipped and started, going against me and attacking my father. So people started leaving him too. So it's just been, it's been a crazy world of, let's just say, dog do early on in the video. So we appease the YouTube algorithm. Cub says, well, this is going to be interesting and I can't wait. That was before the show went live. Cub says, always something going on with these people. I'm glad you're here to expose it. Yeah, I really don't want to do these streams. I really just want to help people get ahead in life and do my life coaching shows. But hey, if I have to do this because it affects me and other people that are part of my network, I got to do what I got to do, and I want to be here for the people. Because a lot of you folks have been hurt and taken advantage of by this entire group of people. And I want to share with you folks what I know and what you can do to best protect yourselves. That's the thing. And where we're going to move forward from here, or where you should move forward from here. You're going to choose your own path. I'm not even telling you folks to, come support me and be loyal here. I'm saying if you want to be a part of this, be a part of this. But be a part of, a channel you want to be a part of because you want to be a part of it, not because you're being forced to be a part of it, right? And that's what you've been experiencing on the other side. You're forced to be a part of that channel. And if you go anywhere else, especially a channel perceived to be a rival of that network, then you get scolded and kicked out, right? That's not the way a real YouTuber treats people. For me, you come and go as you wish. If you can make my shows, that's great. If not, no big deal, right? And whether you donate or not, I still love you. I don't treat people any differently that, donate or don't donate. Now, I acknowledge my donations. I appreciate them. I don't expect them. And I'm not going to treat you any different, compared to people that do donate. So that is that. Let's see here. Cub says, this Rahm guy seems to have no integrity whatsoever. Yeah, I would begin to question his integrity a little bit. I wouldn't say it's an integrity issue so far. I'd say it's a personal maturity issue. It's an emotional issue. It's an insecurity type of issue. He's a very insecure guy. He's very insecure, very immature, and probably has mental and emotional issues that probably stem back to his childhood. Now, I don't know what his childhood was like. What he should have done, when his channel was up, or if he comes back, he should let us know, how was your upbringing? Did you have both your parents, or did you have an upbringing that was kind of rough? Allow us to get to know you, J-Rob. I've always shared, how I was brought up by two Greek parents, and I had a great upbringing and a lot of nurturing family type of love. But maybe he didn't have that, right? Maybe he didn't have that. He hasn't shared that. People that are secure within themselves and have worked through any issues stemming back to their childhood would be open to talking about these things, but we haven't heard that from him. We haven't. Just an opinion, says Cub. Cub says, L has nothing better to do. Lycantheory has nothing better to do but sit all day and plot little attacks and backstab people because he's getting paid to do that, Cub. He's getting paid by a sponsor to do that. Whether he says it or not, he's getting paid by a sponsor to do that. Cub says he is the most miserable human being I've ever seen. I would say Jamie is. And to be honest with you, it's a toss-up between who's more miserable, Jamie or J-Rob. If I had to probably say who's more miserable deep within, it's probably Jamie. But if I had to say who's done the most pathetic acts out here on YouTube lately, or since I've been around, that would go to J-Rom. I've never seen anyone behave in the ways J-Rom has behaved over the last week. I mean, this guy just completely self-destructed in real time, live out here on the YouTube platform. Let me see here. Tornado Town, welcome to the show. Tornado Town says, agreed, Cub. Cub says, hi, Tornado. Hit the like button. Thank you, Cub. Please hit the like button. 25 likes, 42 in the box. Thank you for being here. Evening Eli in chat says, Tornado Town, welcome to the show. Good evening to you as well, Tornado Town. The queen is here, and she says, you're good. And she says, let them self-destruct. Who cares? I hear you. Cub says, I love how Queen rolls up in here like a boss. Queen is the best. She is. She owns it. I love that. Every channel needs to have a Queen Helen Casey. With her here, I can just run the show. Right, Queen? Cub Castleberry says, that blue background looks real nice. Yeah, it's a diver in the ocean with a bunch of fish. It goes along with my thumbnail. That you clicked on that says something fishy is going on. I'm sure you put that together, right, Cub? Once again, the Dark Lord has arrived. I can't even talk. Welcome, Lord Gale, to the show. Welcome, bro. Thank you again for the $5 super chat. Arnie says, J. Rahm's ridiculous, fake, preposterous claims that he's leaving YouTube are a joke. Jamie, are you saying that Jamie needs content? I don't know if you meant Jamie or J. Rahm the second time around, Arnie. I'm sure that you were talking about Jamie the second time around. Yeah, we're gonna get to the J. Rahm part and what happened to his channel and what I feel is going on. And and I'm also going to talk about what I feel is up Lycantheory's sleeve, because I know Jamie's patterns for 4 years now, and I'm going to give you a hint. I'll talk about it a little bit after we get through the chat here. Jamie would have gone live immediately after something like this happened. Just put two and two together, right? Those of you that have known Jamie for a while know that Jamie would have gone live immediately after what happened with J. Rahm. Him putting his channel to, he didn't shut down his YouTube channel. He hid his channel. You can hide your channel, and when you go to a channel link that says this channel does not exist, it doesn't mean they deleted their channel. It means that they hid their channel. They can always reinstate it just like that. Typically in the past, Jamie would have been all over that. He would have gone live. He would have had 80 or 100 in the box, made lots of money. But why is he not doing that? James, I know why you're not doing it, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. Because there's something else up your sleeve, James. And I know what it is. And I'm going to share that here, James. And here's the interesting thing, okay? The interesting thing is this. I decided to send Jamie an email earlier today. I'm like, okay, you want to play, James? Let's play, right? Give me a second here. Let me get to that email here. So I decided to send Jamie an email. And in the past, despite what time I've sent Jamie an email, literally within 5 minutes, I get a response. I've sent Jamie an email at 2 a.m. Pacific time, which is 5 a.m. Eastern time, because he's on the East Coast. And 5 minutes later, I get a response. This time, I got no response. Interesting, huh? Right? What did I write to Jamie? Give me a second here. Here it is. I put in the subject line, at 1:26 p.m. Pacific time, which was 4:26 Eastern time. The subject line, what are you waiting for, James? Question mark. Meaning that, what are you waiting for to go live, James? You typically would go live right away with a story this big, James. Are you just going to give me the story, James? No, you're not just going to give me the story. I know exactly what you're waiting for, James. So then I wrote, are you waiting for me to go live, bro? What's up your sleeve? Question mark, LOL. I'm the last guy you, Brian, J. Rahm, and Anna will ever fool. LOL. Just know your sneaky plan to trigger me isn't going to work. Stay tuned. With lots of love, Eli, Elias Melas. So let me tell you what Jamie is trying to do to save his sinking ship and to bring life back to J. Rahm so he can unhide his channel. And so his sponsor that's sponsoring both Jamie and J. Rahm, his sponsor can be happy sponsoring them, right? You see, after what J. Rahm did today, which I'll get more into that in just a little bit, Jamie was probably thinking, well, Eli's probably happy. Eli feels like he got the victory. Eli's going to have a celebration bash, and he's going to be all happy and excited, right? So that's what you want me to do, James. You want me to have a glorified party, right? And get all happy, right? And then you flip it on me. J. Rahm unhides his channel, right? and then you pull a fast one on me, right? And then you try to trigger me doing that, right? Is that what you're trying to do, James? Because from what I know about Jamie is he is a world-class sneaky manipulator. And the reason why I trigger him is because I know the game. I have the capabilities of being a very sneaky person, and I can pick up on that when other people are doing it, but I don't play that game. I'm a good guy. I treat people with respect, and I don't play games, right? So, because Jamie knows I'm so intuitive, if he played this the normal way, he figured I would figure it out. So what did Jamie have to do? Instead of reverse manipulating me, he had to reverse manipulate me. He had to do the opposite of what would work, if that makes sense, right? To try to fool me, right? He's trying to get me to think by concocting this fake thing of Rahm, putting his channel to private and leaving YouTube, right? He wants me to get all excited and happy, right? Right? And then they'll flip it on me. And then he's thinking that that's going to trigger me when they do that, right? Or when he does that, right? It's not going to work, James, because I'll tell you why. I'm not happy or excited that this even happened in the first place. I'm not happy that Rahm put his channel to private, whether it's legitimate or not, which I don't think it's legitimate, because nothing you guys do is ever legitimate. That's the problem. Even if you're being legitimate, all of you, no one's going to believe you because your track record is horrific. Your track record is completely 100% illegitimate. So even if you folks are legitimately doing this right now, no one's going to believe you, right? But again, I don't think you're being legitimate right now. I think you're sitting back, James, waiting for me to show you my cards. And here's the thing. I got nothing to hide. I'm not happy about this. I'm not gloating about this. I don't even want to be doing this, right? I'm doing this because people are going to ask what's going on. And I don't want to have to deal with 1 million people emailing me the same thing when I can just go live and talk about it. At the same time, James, I want to expose what you're doing and what Brian's doing and what Rahm is doing. It's pathetic. And give people the opportunity to see your true colors and decide whether they want to support you or not. Right? So nice try, James. And when I sent you that email, James, you knew exactly what it meant. And you knew that your reverse manipulation was called out. And that's why I sent it to you, James. So you can go back to the drawing board, right? See, I heard, James, that you were telling people. What was that? Was that a super sticker? Let me see here. Miscellaneous Mistletoe with the $5 super sticker. Wow, thank you so much. You distracted me with that. Thank you so much. I'll get to the bottom of the chat eventually, but I can look at my viewer activity through YouTube Studio. I'll see the super chats and super stickers. Thank you, Miscellaneous Mistletoe, for the $5 super sticker. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That's going to increase the channel donations to $10. Much love and appreciation. I'm going to tell you folks the truth here. And any questions you have, I'm going to answer them. I hope to get through it within an hour and a half. If I have to stay 2 hours, then I have to stay 2 hours. But I want to be here for you folks and answer all the questions and move on from this. I'm hoping this is the very last stream I have to do on this. But if they keep going, I got to keep going. I'm going to keep going as long as I keep going. If they stop, I stop, right? So thank you, Arnie. That was a good comment. You're right. Queen says, hello, Lord Gaelic. Arnie says, Jamie is sinking, is desperate. He needs cash and lots of it. Of course. No, I haven't. Is everything okay? Hey, no, it's fine, Lord Gaelic. There's a lot of games. Too much to catch up. If we talk sometime this week or on the weekend or whenever, I'll catch you up. But it's all good, bro. Just a bunch of games these guys are playing on the other side. They try to eat off my plate again with a new channel in their network. through this fake caregiving sponsor, and I stopped it dead in their tracks. And now, the guy that came at me put his channel to private, hit his channel. Cub says, J-Rahm is just flailing in the wind. That's true. Good point. Lord Gaelic says, hi, Helen. Arnie says, it's too obvious, Coach. Of course it is, bro. Of course it's Tornado Town says, maybe Lycantheory got intimidated by J-Rahm. No, absolutely not. I mentioned, you folks heard what I said earlier. I'm not going to repeat it, but basically, Lycantheory actually loses more when people like J-Rahm leave than he gains. These channels are like sub-channels of his channel. And they always promote hashtag Lycan Legion, so it's like free promotion for Jamie. When these people aren't around to run their channels, there's no free promotion for hashtag Lycan Legion, right? Like right now, I'm not even trying to promote him, but just mentioning it for example purposes for the show is promoting him. You see what I'm saying? These people say hashtag Lycan Legion every second word. So no, he's not intimidated. He was playing them. He needs them. He needs them because he doesn't run an independent channel such as I do and such as most YouTubers do. Jamie is dependent on other people to grow his channel. He cannot grow a channel on his own. That's the truth of the matter. Rahm Fraud Fund. Well, I'm not going to put that up there because YouTube wouldn't like that. J-Rahm's Divorce Fund. That's funny, Cub. Big 13. Hello, Elias. GR. Is that Greece? Hey, hello, Big 13. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Is somebody a troll here? I haven't seen any trolls yet, Queen. I think we're good. Tornado says, whoa, let me see. Give me a second here. We're getting to the trolls. Tornado says, hey, Queen, Eli smashed J-Rahm, says Tornado. That's what everyone's saying. I didn't necessarily smash J-Rahm. That wasn't my intention. It was just to basically get him to stop eating off my plate. But I get it. We're men. I get it. Wow, yeah, we smashed J-Rahm. It's not the most mature thing to say, but I get what you're saying. I get what you guys are saying. But yes, we basically took care of the problem, at least for now. Arnie says, hashtag Tornado Town. Lycantheory got nappy rash from using one of J-Rahm's diapers. That's funny. Tornado says, right on, Arnie. Cub Castleberry. I saw a video where Rahm was explaining to some CPS lady about his weirdo lifestyle, and it was beyond cringe. That's pretty insane. Wow. Arnie says, I think you're talking about James. Jamie is Jim Jones. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, that's funny, bro. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Queen, you're abandoning the channel perfectly. Keep the trolls out. Thank you. Miscellaneous Mistletoe. Hello, Coach Eli. I am a little late tonight. Don't worry about it. Come and go as you wish. You can always watch the replay, but I know you like being here. Thank you so much for being here, Miscellaneous Mistletoe. And thank you again for the $5 super sticker. I greatly appreciate it. Cub says, Green Duck, that is a troll comment. Absolutely. Hello, everyone, says Miscellaneous Mistletoe. Queen Helen Casey. That person is gone. Thank you, Queen. Cub says, hi, Mistletoe. Miscellaneous Mistletoe says, hello at Cub. Tornado says, most likely. Arnie says, Rahm is a childish playground clown. Sorry, Rahm is a childish playground clown. Absolutely. Cub says, he says that he dominates everywhere he goes. That's a projection and insecurity. You all know that, right? Queen, she's the greatest. I think that's what you meant, Tornado Town to me. Thank you so much. Cub Castleberry, Jamie is too busy making multiple anti-feminist videos. Yeah, because he's insecure. He actually feels that way about women. He does. He honestly feels that way about women. You know why? Because of the way he was raised. Because his mother and father would bring in a third party into their marriage, another man, and, his father would watch his mother with another man. And so, obviously, that's what his mother taught him on how women should be, right? And look how he turned out, right? And that's clearly a parental issue right there. And it's almost like you can't blame him for it, right? But that's where the problem started. No doubt about it. Tell me I'm wrong. Straight Shooter is here with the claps. Thank you, Straight Shooter. Welcome to the show, Tornado Town. They can't fool you, Eli. I know they can. Dude, did they think that they were going to try to reverse manipulate me? Trying to get me to believe that Rahm is actually leaving and then have me come out here and gloat like I did in the past, and then they flip it on me, and then they try to trigger me and make content off me? Come on, James. James, you have no cards left to play, like the streamer did the other day. What cards do you have left to play, James? What cards do you have left to play? Are you triggered, James? And James is saying, behind the scenes, I've heard from many people that have reached out to me, even from his network, James, saying that you're telling people to ignore me and ignore us. That's going to get you far, James. So all of a sudden now you want to ignore us. Why, James? Is the end near? Have you had enough? Didn't I tell you all this time, James, that this is not sustainable long term? You didn't listen, James. Just like Pete didn't listen. Nobody knows who Pete is here. Some people may know the Pete story, right? When I went to this other YouTuber's channel a few years back, when there used to be Hangouts on air, he was supposed to interview me, and he was supposed to send me the link to the Hangout through email, because putting it in the chat would get a lot of trolls on the Hangout, and anyone can eject anyone, or anyone could eject anyone from the Hangouts, on air panel that used to be a part of the YouTube, live streaming system in the past, right? Which has now been replaced by StreamYard. But Pete put the stream or put the Hangout link in the chat, and I went on there. Then a troll came on there and kicked me out and blocked me. And then I got a little triggered and went on my channel, did a stream, and said, "You didn't listen to me, Pete. You didn't listen to me, Pete." It was pretty funny. It's one of my classic moments from my former channel years ago. So I'm saying the same thing to you now, James. James, you never listened to me, James, and I've never had malice intentions for you, James, at all. I've never had malice intentions for you at all, James. But you didn't listen. So look at the position you're in right now, James. It continues to sharply decline daily. Arnie says, and Haters Inc. adds to the BS with one of the worst acting performances I've seen. I think he wants a free Jamie coloring book. He'll be using a lot of brown in the book using his nose. That's true, Arnie. Thank you for that. That's funny, man. But it's true. Miscellaneous Mistletoe says, just why does he think that because we defend single parents that take care of their children, that it makes us feminists? I would support a single father just the same. Miscellaneous Mistletoe, it boils down to one thing. He's very insecure. That's the bottom line. Insecure men are going to just hate women because they hate themselves. That's the bottom line. There's nothing more to it. It's plain and simple. He's an insecure man. What's attractive to any woman about an insecure man? Why is a woman going to be attracted to a man? Because they're attracted to a man's strength and masculinity. When a man's insecure, it's not displaying strength and masculinity. It's displaying the complete opposite. It's displaying weakness. So does that make sense, Miscellaneous Mistletoe? Miscellaneous Mistletoe, I mean? Let's see here. Hey, Ed. Queen, Ed is good. I'm going to go ahead and unban Ed. Ed, Queen didn't know. I know his name kind of throws you off, Queen. The other one was a troll. We'll keep him banned. I'm going to unban Ed. So Ed is good. You didn't know that, Queen? And I think Diaper Mafia is good too. Queen, I'm going to unban Diaper Mafia for now because I think they were here yesterday. They were good. Some of these people are okay. So, but you didn't know that, Queen. Don't worry about it. So, somebody came in here with an account called Jamie's Secret Friend. And he says, I think he got banned, which is fine. He's blackmailing Rahm with Anna's private pictures. Oh, really? I don't know whether to believe that or not. That could be a troll just saying that, but I know a lot of people have exchanged private pictures out here on YouTube and they use it as blackmail. I would not be surprised if that's the case. Wow. Wow. Arnie says, Rahm has a lot of growing up to do. He needs to start behaving like a man. At the moment, he's a trained, caged animal fed by Jamie to perform tricks and also paid for by Brian, Texas caregiver. That's what this all boils down to. Queen, I'm also going to unhide Rahm, the ultimate keyboard warrior. Because they're not saying anything attacking. They're actually supporting the show, but you didn't know that. Jamie has been eating off your plate for too long. Yeah, that's true. That's what it all boils down to. It boils down to Jamie eating off my plate and Wise Night Owl, Texas caregiver Brian paying him to do so. And then they try to get Rahm involved to do the same thing because, like I said yesterday, the last stream I did yesterday. Jamie's audience was getting tired of him, talking about me. But Brian still wanted someone to talk about me. So Jamie handed over the reins to Rahm, and look what happened. Rahm is a very inexperienced YouTuber and got obliterated. No disrespect. I'm not trying to say I'm all that. Got obliterated by me yesterday and the day before that. Rahm couldn't hang. But he puffed up his chest like he could, right? Cub says, I can't imagine letting myself be subordinated to Jamie. That is definitely pathetic. I have to agree with you on that. No, just ignore them permanently, says Queen. Tornado says, just stunts they are playing. Absolutely. They're trying everything. They're trying anything and everything to keep it going, to appease their sponsor. And it's not working. I'm sorry, James. You're never going to trigger me again, and I'm never going to fall for any one of your games, James. James, I'm much smarter than you are. Try again. Try harder. Cub says, Rahm behaves like a man who is desperate for financial help. Well, I wouldn't say that Rahm is broke, and it's none of my business what his financial situation is, but he definitely is not making the money he claims he's making. It was all front. I wouldn't be surprised if Anna's bringing in more income than Rahm is right now. But that's none of my business. But it does make sense for the story, which is why he was trying so hard to grow his channel, get it monetized, and get sponsored by Texas Caregiver. And basically, what was exposed yesterday, and J-Rob did a stream before he put his channel to hidden, before he privatized his whole channel. He hid his channel. It was the 2 bankruptcies. And he talked about it. He finally went public on it, and then he tried to say, "I did a public stream on this, a couple months ago. I was talking about my divorce." No, dude, you never mentioned the bankruptcies. You mentioned the divorces. You should have been honest with your group, bro. You flexed your muscles and tried to pretend to be something that you weren't, which I would not have had a problem with if you weren't coming at me. But because you came at me and you were being a phony while coming at me, I had to do what I had to do. And that's what led to where we're at today. Let's see. Yeah, Queen, do me a favor. Yeah, I would definitely ease up a little bit on the modding. If these people are on our side, I would let them stay and talk, Queen. Unless they're attacking people. Mike David, I'm going to go ahead and hide you. The Queen didn't know that. Can the mods ease up on banning? I got blocked for saying nothing but good on my other account. Yeah, it's okay, man. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Johnny here. I don't even really know who the guy is. Eli is just misunderstood. Okay, well, that's going to go. That one will stay banned. It's the Doctor, Queen. By the way, Doc, if you don't stop harassing my family members, okay, they're going to get restraining orders on you too. And that's a fact. And that's not going to look good on you. I'm just letting you know. Nobody's bothering you, Doc. So stop bothering my family, or I'm going to help them get a restraining order on you too. I'm serious. Critical Mass says, hey. Queen Helen Casey, hello, Critical Mass. Miscellaneous Mistletoe, hello, Critical Mass. Critical Mass says, Eli haters are nuts, some of them. Yeah, well, of course. They all stem from the Lycan Legion and JB Gunner's side. Critical Mass, just for talking with Eli, they come on my channel talking trash. Yeah, because they're trying to destroy my channel and destroy me being able to run a successful business out here. But it's not working anymore. They don't get to us anymore. Critical Mass says, hi, Missile. Cub says, hi, Mass. Just block them straight away. True. Tornado Town says, at Critical, that's what they do. Okay, cool. Let me see here. Miscellaneous Mistletoe. At Critical Mass, do you know anything about Vitamin Mineral Green? Yes, that's the guy you need to talk to right there. Yeah, I actually was chatting on Critical Mass's stream earlier this morning, but he was on mobile and didn't have a panel. And I was going to reach out to him tonight to set up a show. Critical Mass. He goes, I am anti-feminism. Most men are. Most men are, bro. Never heard of Vita Mineral Green. Okay, that's interesting. We'll have to Google search it and do some research. And maybe we can do a show on that once we research it, Critical Mass. Because I figured you would know, but I've never heard of it myself. And I'm not an expert on vitamins. Okay, Blue. Okay. Okay. Critical Mass. I like Solgar and Source Naturals. Miscellaneous Mistletoe. At Critical Mass. Okay, well, thank you anyway. Whiskey OG Coach, I am your six-man bottom line. Awesome, bro. Welcome to the show. Wait till the second half. We're going to take a break in a few minutes. When I get back, I'm going to dissect everything that happened today and what I think is going on, what's going to happen with Jaron. But keep your questions coming in. I'll answer them all as best as possible. Miscellaneous Mistletoe, what is Solgar? Whiskey OG, very passionate content tonight, Coach. It is. I can't even get my words out. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired, folks, and I'm slurring some words every now and then. But I'm doing the best I can. I'm working on limited sleep and having a weird sleeping pattern, sleeping 2-3 hours here, 2-3 hours there. This has just been a lot. It's draining. And if I'm drained, I can tell you Jamie is drained as well, and so is J-Rob, and so are many other people. And I have more energy than they do. So maybe they're really, really drained and tired of this. That would be good if they could just end it permanently. But as long as Brian's sponsoring them, it's never going to end. That's the problem. Critical mass in general, go buy the cheapest supplement you can find that has no toxic additives in them and you will be fine. Cool. Cub says, I am not a feminist, but Jamie is hateful towards all women who aren't subordinate to him. Yeah, that's an insecurity, right? Listen, women will naturally submit to a man that's a good man. He has to be a good, strong man, but not be a jerk, right? Jamie expects women to submit to him, right? If you're a cool man that doesn't expect anything from a woman nowadays, and you're just cool, you treat her right, but you're a real good, strong man at the same time, she will automatically, naturally want to submit to you. But you have to make her feel comfortable first, and you have to allow her to trust your masculine core, which, the way he behaves, that's not happening. So I get it. It's an insecurity, Cub, completely. Cub, have you had a run-in with Jamie? Are you somebody here on the sock that used to be on a different account? You're just trying to protect your identity? That's no problem. I think you are. But that's no problem. You seem to have a pretty big vendetta for James, which is fine. I can understand that. Missile says whiskey. Critical Mass says Solgar is a supplement company. Miscellaneous mistletoe. Oh, okay. Thank you at Critical Mass. You're welcome, says Critical Mass. Well, that Lycantheory sock account got banned because I don't think what they're saying is true. You're saying they took Anna's kids away? I don't have any confirmation of that, and it's really not my business. But if there are things happening that make it an unfit place for the kids to be at, then I wouldn't be surprised. But I haven't heard anything about that. Queen says, yes, it does. I think when I was telling her about the other people that I had banned earlier. Critical Mass, I'm anti-feminism, but I don't hate women. I'm the same way. I'm about women having equal rights and doing everything that only once men would do, but if they try to enter a relationship with me and act more masculine than feminine, it's not going to work for me. It's a big turnoff. I've talked about it many times before, and I'm not going to go into it now because that's not the purpose of the show. But yeah, I get that. Cub says creepy plus L name is redundant. Absolutely. Cub says Critical Mass, you are completely correct, sir. Spot on. Tornado Town, right on, Critical. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Biggest fan. Jamie wouldn't have an audience if it wasn't for Eli. That's true. And probably neither would JB to a certain extent. It started with JB 4 years ago. 3.5, 4 years ago. Honey Bunch, hello. Did I finally catch another live? Yep, you're here, Honey Bunch. Welcome to the show. I got your message that you saw the live stream replay of where I responded to your email. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Let me know, Honey Bunch. What do you think about that? Do you feel more comfortable now making a better decision being in a situation like that? Regarding, how soon you should be intimate with someone in a relationship as a woman? Critical Mass, they should get a life. Cub says these people that send pictures of their private parts are pathetic. Absolutely. Absolutely. And people will use it against you down the road. You never want to give them that. Yeah, Cub says Critical Mass. Never done that, and I never will, thankfully. Biggest fan says, J-Ram lies about everything. You did a great job exposing him. Well, thank you. Thank you. I didn't even care to expose him. The only reason why I did was because he kept coming at me while lying about everything, right? If you're going to come at me, at least be the real you, right? He thought that the only way he could beat me is by lying, right? And by doing that, he didn't just beat me. Well, he didn't beat me, which is what I'm trying to say. He beat himself. That's what he did. He beat himself. He put himself out of the equation. He self-destructed in real time. Cub says, I can see you sending a swimsuit or a body shot or something, but just a picture of your private parts is very crude. It is. And it's insecure. It's immature. It's stupid for grown adults to do that over the internet to people you don't know. You don't want people having pics of your private parts, obviously. That's true. Critical mass. Arnie says, give me a second here. Hi, Critical, mass it up. Cub says, J-Rom folded like a rusty lawn chair. Well, that's what it appears like, Cub. I'm going to share my thoughts on what I feel is actually going on after the break when I get to the bottom of the chat. I'm almost there. Tornado says, J-Rom's ego is bigger than his head. It's bigger than Alaska. You're being generous by saying that. Honey Bunch at Whiskey OG, hello. Big 13, Queen banned you because she thought you were trolling. I'm going to unban you. You said a word in Greek, which is cool. Brian is we'll leave it at that, is someone that does something that a lot of men do daily to relieve stress. Let's put it that way. I hope you sue his pants off, Elias. I unbanned you, Big 13, because I don't think you were trolling. I think Queen might have thought you were trolling. Tornado Town says, Cub, that's funny. That's pretty cool. That's a Greek word. Dick James says, Ramen has the eyes for Lycantheory and is trying to leave Anna, but Lycantheory is only doing it for jammies and tricking Ramen. I don't understand what you said there, Dick, but I'm not even going to try to figure it out. I'll explain what I think is going on after the break in a second here when I take a break. I think Eli might be right. They are up to something. They are a sneaky group, of course, because if they don't come up with something, the sponsor is not going to be, they won't be sponsored anymore by Texas Caregiver. What's he going to sponsor if they don't create anything? They have to do something, right? And they've been trying to fool me, but they've been losing every time lately because I know their game. I know how to play this better now, and I don't get triggered anymore. So there's nothing they can do. They should move forward and create their own content and just, stop trying to save this sinking ship. Cub says, I would find this more humorous and laughable if these people weren't so pathetic in general. I know. That's who they are. Mistletoe, they definitely are, says Tornado Town. Cub Castleberry says, it is sad that some of these people have children. Critical mass haters don't like people who are getting things done. True. Biggest fan says, J-Rom is a typical bully. Coach stood up to him and made him quit YouTube. Well, it appears that way, bro, but I don't think he quit YouTube. Hold your horses, right? Hold your horses. Oh, boy. Raleigh, why are you botting me again, Raleigh? And it's you botting me, Raleigh. Why are you botting me again, Raleigh? That's fine, Raleigh. You can bot me all you want. Because you don't want me to see that I have 60 people in the box because you're jealous of me too, Raleigh? Raleigh, you put out the most pathetic video ever today. It was stupid. You fooled people to be on there for a few minutes with this premiere that was a drama alert video with the siren sound. And that's all you played for 10 minutes. It said drama alert on your screen, and it played the sound. Woo! That's pathetic, dude. And now you've got to bot me to get your rocks off, huh, Raleigh? Good for you, bro. Biggest fan says, J-Rom is a typical bully Coach, I already read that. Honey Bunch, Coach Eli, it would be cool to see you on panels. I've been on plenty of panels. And I know you were going to try to arrange a panel with one of your friends. If you could set that up and connect us by email, I'd be happy to do that. Right now, I have to do what I have to do. This right now is the important thing to tackle, but I'm open to it. Okay. Anyway, I had to check that message behind the scenes. Tornado says, does J-Rom really wear diapers? Positive and loving woman. Hi, Eli. It's Jenny. Just came in to hit the like and say hi. Jenny from the block's in the house. How you doing, Jenny? Jenny, when you get back into town, and I can verify that is actually you. I do believe it is you. I will mod that channel. I just want to make sure. Queen Online case, let them tear each other up. We don't care. That's true. Positive and loving woman. Hi, chat. Critical Mass. You sound like you sound a little stuffed tonight. Eli. Must be your allergies. I get that too. No, I'm actually a little tired, bro. I did take my allergy medication. I'm a little bit tired, bro. I really am. Like, I haven't had a whole lot of sleep, but I felt it was important to do this show. But yes, part of it's probably allergies. I did take allergy medication, but also I'm a little tired, bro. It's the fact that I'm a little tired. Cub Castleberry, who has time to be changing an adult diaper as a hobby or whatever? Okay. Tornado says it is true. He is very angry, says Cub Castleberry. Mike David, I heard they took her kids, but I can't say for sure. That is true. Hang on a second here. Yeah, I have not heard anything, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. Cub says, Critical Mass, I just subbed to you. Thank you for the content you provide. Cool, cool. Arnie says, they took Anna's kids away. Jay's BS. They've gone to a lot of effort to set up the scene. So this is BS. Yep. So it's not true. Yeah, it's BS. It's total BS. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second here. It's total BS. Arnie's right. Mike says, I wouldn't have an audience if it wasn't for Eli, 100% true. Sorry, Jay wouldn't have an audience if it wasn't for Eli, 100% true. Yeah. Yeah, give me a second. Okay. Hold on a second. Hang on. Yeah, Rosie, I see your message there, and I'm live on the air. Just, I'll talk with you afterwards. We'll definitely be on your stream in a couple days for your birthday. Hang on. Man, this is crazy. I mean, this whole thing is this whole thing's happening in real time. This is like the craziest stuff I've ever seen. And it all stems to Jamie. 409 botted views. Wow, Raleigh, you really amped it up. You really wanted to pump up the live stream, huh? That's all good. And you can tell me it's not you, Raleigh. It is you. You're the only one that does that. Tornado Town says Jerome said he was leaving to concentrate on all his business ventures. It's a bunch of garbage, bro. Bro, it's garbage. Hang on. Jesus Christ. I'm live on the air and everybody and their mother is messaging me. Everything's going off. It's like, oh my gosh. Whoa, okay. Oh, someone hit the Cash App. Oh, Janet, thank you for the $2 Cash App for speaking the truth. Much appreciated. That's going to increase the donation fund to $12. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. There we go. Let me just get through the chat here. Honey Bunch, yes, it was great to get your point of view and help me feel at ease with things. Thanks so much. Honey Bunch, don't worry about what anyone thinks about you besides you. It's 2021. You're a woman. You have needs. And you should be able to fulfill your needs whenever you want, however you want, right? Right? And I'm glad I could help you. I'm glad I could help you. Yeah, don't worry about the social stigma of when is it too soon to be intimate with a guy. If you like a guy and you think he's cute and he's a good guy, you know, as soon as you're ready, go for it. If you're ready the first night, second night, go for it. Some people will say, well, would you want to be with a woman you slept with the first night? Well, what if it just felt right and then it turned into something everlasting? You never know. There's never a right or a wrong time. It's when it feels right for the man and the woman at that moment. That's it. I'm glad I could help you, Honey Bunch. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Great, great, great email. Thank you. Cub says, Mr. J ran one of my friends off of YouTube with his abuse. Which one was that? Cub, can you tell me who that was? Who did Jamie run off of YouTube? Arnie says, the only new business venture Rahm's got is cleaning soil. Okay. Queen says, I don't understand other languages. Yeah, neither do I. The real Rosie Ren Empire forever is in the house. Hey, Eli, I'm just coming in to support your channel. Well, thank you. Empress Janet, hello, Eli. Hello, Janet. Thank you for the $2. Hitting the Cash App earlier. Thank you so much for that. Queen Helen Casey, fake number of viewers. Right. It's Raleigh botting me. It's all good. It's not a big deal. Tornado Town, they are triggered. Of course they're triggered. They're triggered as hell. And they don't want to see my legit numbers. But you know what? Legit numbers will show on the replay. Cub says, Arnie LMAO. Tornado Town, Arnie, with the crying, laughing emojis. Cub says, J-Rob probably volunteers at the local nursing home to get practice. Probably. Bruce says, hello, sir. Hello, Bruce. Josiah Blanco, host 100. Thank you, Tornado Town. Well, the Rahm needs to get on that mailing list from TCG. What's TCG? Bruce says, Jay gave up. You defeated him. I wouldn't say Jay's given up. He's up to something. Jamie's up to something. Huh. Oh, wow. Really? Give me a second here. Give me a second, please. This is all happening in real time, folks. I'm going to mute for a second. I'm not going to say a word, but what I just saw was absolutely pathetic. Oh, someone else feels the same way too. I'm getting like 4 messages behind the scenes, and they all say pathetic from different people. There's something happening. I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to give the clout chasers any clout. That's pathetic. That's absolutely pathetic. Wow. Oh, TCG is Texas Caregiver. Okay. Ola Chat says, Josiah. Arnie says, the bots are there to make it appear that everyone's watching you celebrate Rahm's demise. They were expecting celebrations from you, all pre-planned. I told you, bro. Listen, Arnie, I emailed Jamie, practically giving him my playbook before I went live. He never responded. They're expecting me to give in to their reverse manipulation, their double reverse manipulation. They were hoping I was going to gloat, right? And it was all an act, which we'll share more about that during the second part of the show. But you're right. You're right. They're triggered because I figured it out. I'm very intuitive, James. James, did you think that you were going to get me? You're never going to get me again, James. Ever. James, you are finished, kaput. Done. It's over. And I don't hate you, James. I just want you to do something legitimate. I want you to do something legitimate, James. The jig is up, bro. It really is. Likes up. 31 likes. Thank you, Josiah. Tornado Town says, yep, you're correct, Arnie. I called it. Guys, look at the title of my stream. You guys knew I knew it when you got, Arnie, you and I figured it out because I know you're as intuitive as me, right? But you knew by my title. Lycantheory, what's up your sleeve? Plus Coach J-Rob is finished or is he, right? You knew, right? And they knew. I even emailed Jamie, practically giving them the playbook. Josiah says, share this. Bruce says, is J-Rob and these cowards still eating off your plate? They're trying to, but it's not working. They're trying to do a reverse psychological move on me, trying to fool me into gloating over something that they're going to flip on me when J-Rom flips the switch back onto his channel. That's hidden temporarily. And then they're going to try to trigger me through that and make content off of me and make me look like a fool. That's Jamie's MO. That's your MO, James. You failed. James, you failed. You flunked. You flunked, James. You flunked. Capito. Flunk. Failure. Miscellaneous mistletoe. It is to make people feel bad and get them to turn when they see you celebrating it. Well, yeah, you wrote it backwards. I had to correct it, but I know what you meant there regarding what you wrote, miscellaneous mistletoe. Tornado says, hey, Janet, Queen, message retracted. Yeah, no, Queen, I know. You were right, Queen, about hiding that person. My apologies, Queen. You were right. Bruce says, delusional. Miscellaneous says, bingo, we got it now, Coach. LOL, figured out that didn't take long. Well, Are you saying figuring out that they were playing a game? I knew that before I went live. That's why I went live, to expose the game that they're trying to play on myself. I'm not quite sure what you were saying. Did it take long? Well, yeah, basically, they were doing it in real time today. I saw what happened to J-Rom's channel in real time. I just happened to be on my phone surfing through YouTube at that time. I'll share more about that after the break. Josiah says, Josiah, please do not self-promote your channel here. Who are you, Josiah Blanco? All right. I'm sorry, Josiah. You're spamming here. You have to go. You're gone. How do you do Cash App? The Cash App is right below. Look at Nightbot. Scroll up and find where Nightbot is sharing my Cash App and PayPal link. It's basically every 7 minutes it's being shared. So scroll up or down, you'll find the link there. It's $ the real Coach Eli. Tornado says, it is something you can pay for. I've seen it done before. Yeah, you're talking about botting. I don't have to focus any energy on that. Let's see. Bruce says, these self-proclaimed men eat off your plate so much they become engorged and leave you nothing but the crumbs. They used to. Now it's turning around because I learned to play the game better. Her name was Emily. Are you talking about MD? You're talking about MD, Cub. Oh, yeah. I thought for a while MD was playing along with Jamie for YouTube traction for both of them. But he really actually abused her. He really did. He did. That I know for a fact. Tornado says, that's right, Eli, you knew. Yep, no, I did. I absolutely did. Biggest fan says, Jamie mentally abused poor Emily. I agree, MD. He should be arrested for the way he treated her. I don't know if what he did was enough to break the law. I think it was more verbal abuse and emotional abuse. But I don't think he ever hit her. And the bottom line is, unless you hit someone, it's really hard to get arrested for mental and emotional abuse. Jamie doesn't hit women that I know. Jamie has mentally and emotionally abused women because he's very insecure. And he projects his insecurities on the women he's with, which turns them off immediately and scares them. Mach 1 Productions, yo, what's going on? Hey, Mach 1, how you doing? Arnie says, worst acting nominations. Number 1, J-Rahm on Rally Chat claiming he can't handle the trolls any longer. 2, Haters Inc. video, Brown Nose claiming he's had enough of the drama. 3, Jay's post on his community page. Yeah, I'm going to get to all that. There's a lot more to talk about. I'm going to go for another half hour, 45 minutes after the break, but I need to take a break. I need to take a break and rest my voice. Get a little more coffee. And then we're going to continue here. Biggest fan says he pushes them to the verge of suicide. It is pathetic. Yeah, and I'm happy that nothing's ever gone to that point. I'm glad that, no one was ever hurt. I don't really think Jamie wants to be this way. It has to do with his upbringing, and it's just really, really sad. So, folks, I'm going to queue up some royalty-free YouTube music and take a quick break. So give me a second here. Give me a second here. Do. All right. And we're all set. All right, folks, I'm going to step away for maybe a 5 or 6 minute break or so, something like that. And when we return, I'm going to share what I think is going to happen to J-Rahm's channel and where things are going to be going from here. JB made some community postings, and there's just much more. I'll leave it at that. So stick around. We'll be right back. back. Scratch it. Let's get right back to it. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube. And this is not being simulcasted on Facebook for obvious reasons. This stream is a very specific niche stream to a pre-existing audience of mine that's known about the backstory that stems back about 4 years or so. If you haven't been around for at least, I'd say a few months or so, you're going to have no idea what's going on. If you're new, this may not be the stream for you, but feel free to stick around if you'd like to hang out and try to figure it out. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's something that you probably would never want to get involved with in the first place anyway, because this is like the craziest thing I've ever seen. This facade has just gone on way too long. And I finally had to figure out, by reaching deep within myself, how to handle this. Now, James, here's the thing, James. You were expecting me to come out here and gloat and say, oh, ding dong, the witch is dead, right? Right? You wanted me to pull that, right? That's what you were expecting. And like I saw Arnie right at the bottom of the chat, you are probably hanging out in Discord with people and talking, why is Eli not gloating? Eli figured this out. We've got nowhere to go. Where are you going to go with this, James? What's your next move? What are you going to do to White Knight for Big Daddy Brian? Seriously. Dude, have you had enough of this yet? Because I have. And I can keep going. There's an audience here that will watch this all day, every day, go toe-to-toe with you, and they're even donating, James. If that's the way you want to play this game, I will put the coaching on hold for a while. I'll still coach while I'm doing these streams. But if you want to keep going, James, let's go. Because, James, here's the thing. This more entails you than even J-Rahm. J-Rahm is just another fish in your pond, James. And you're a fish in Brian's pond. Do you see how this goes, folks? You see how this goes? And quite frankly, if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really think Jamie even really cares about J-Rahm, to be honest with you. That's just my honest opinion. I think he cares about doing whatever it takes to put money in his pocket and to keep his sponsor happy. That's what it all boils down to, right? But I'm not here gloating, James, and I was never going to gloat. This is not a gloating matter. This is pathetic as hell, bro, and you know it, right? So how are we going to handle this, James? You tell me. Now, let's show how pathetic James and J-Rahm tried to orchestrate me to believe that this was really happening so they could try to make me feel like it was over, so I would gloat, and then after gloating, they would flip it on me, and then they would laugh at me, they would simulcast me, and then they would try to trigger me, and if I did that, they would make content out of me again. It would start over, right? Is that's the whole plan? You see, I knew it. As this was happening in real time earlier today, I saw it. I knew it. It's exactly what happened. It's pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic, man. Now, let me get back to the chat here real quick, and then I'm going to read an email that J-Rahm sent to me today, a pre-crafted email. And then I'm also going to read to you. Let me go here real quick. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm going to read to you 8 hours ago a community posting that Jamie shared on his Lycantheory channel. On top of Jamie 2 days ago putting a side-by-side comparison of a stream he simulcasted me while I was on, I got 500. It shows I got 589 views and he got 720 views. Dude, you simulcasted me, right? If you did anything else during that time, you wouldn't have gotten 720 views. You're still eating off my plate, James. And I'm not even competing with you, dude. Why? This is pathetic. Who won? Who won between Eli and the guy who was simulcasting Eli? Well, dude, you want to know how I look at that, James? If I take your 720 views and I add the 500, okay, sorry, and I add the 589 views, that means my name got a total of 1,309 views. So, James, in essence, if you weren't such a sore loser and didn't feel the need to eat off my plate, I would have had over 1,000 views on that video. And you couldn't stand seeing me get over 1K views on my own. So you had to jump in there and leech off of me, James. You're nothing but a blood-sucking leech, James. That's what you are. You seriously are. You're a blood-sucking leech. If you think Jamie's a blood-sucking leech, put a 1 in the chat, please. If you think Jamie Lycantheory is a blood-sucking leech, put a 1 in the chat. That's pathetic, dude. I saw that. I was laughing. This is pathetic, dude. Absolutely pathetic. And then, the day before, he shares his stats off of his restream of me and shows his face where his eyes are all puffed up, looking horrible. Whoa, you got 120 hours of watch time, James. I get that on every stream. I'm not even trying to compare, James. Like, are you seriously that jealous of me, James? Are you seriously that jealous of me, James? You can't stand the fact that I'm a better YouTuber than you? And I'm not trying to flex my muscles. I don't even want to say that. I'm a humble person. But the bottom line is, James, is that I'm a better YouTuber than you, and you can't stand to see me destroy you with my YouTube skills. That's what it all boils down to. And folks, listen, again, I'm a humble person. But there's no other way to talk about this besides stating what I actually think the guy feels. Let me get back to the chat, and then I'm going to read the email that Rahm sent me, which is probably a copy and paste he sent to everybody, and then the community posting on Lycantheory's posting that shared a message Rahm sent him to share, which is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. All right. Come back with some good coffee. Amen, Bruce. Amen. Let me check one thing real quick here. All right, we're good. Cub says, Jamie had people from his channel constantly harassing her daily. Absolutely. He's played this game with everyone. That's what his sponsor wants. But additionally, he does have issues with women that stem back to his childhood and what he saw his mom do to his dad. That's what it all boils down to. Everybody knows that already. Cub says, I don't want to talk about Emily anymore because I don't want to get her attacked further. He's not going to go after her. That's a dead story. You know what happened, Cub? To be honest with you, this made Emily stronger, and she can handle Jamie. Like, Emily actually went at Jamie for quite a while, doing live streams on him all the time. And I tried to reach out to her to help her, but she wouldn't talk with me. I wanted to help her legitimately, but she wouldn't talk with me. And the thing with Emily is that she has a drinking problem too. That didn't help. So, I mean, look, to be honest with you, Emily has her own issues, but she didn't deserve what she got from Jamie. She didn't deserve that. But she does have some issues. Let's be real about it. I tried to help her. She shut me out. Okay. I moved on. I can't help people unless they're open to the help. Arnie says they're probably all in the Discord with Jamie leading the circle jerk to relieve their frustrations, thinking to themselves, why isn't Eli gloating? Arnie, I couldn't have said it better myself. Just said that a second ago. You're absolutely right, bro. Yep, Arnie says Tornado Town. Cub says, if Jamie were half as smart as he thinks he is, he might be a formidable foe. Arnie says, and Haters Inc. been exiled into the corner for putting on one of the worst YouTube acting performances I've seen in a long time. What happened? Have these people made streams lately over the last day or two? I haven't checked in on them. I'll check in on them later and see what's going on. But let me know what's going on in the chat so I can check it out. Tornado says, has Anna streamed any today? Not that I've heard of, but from what I heard last, her channel is still up. Why would Anna's channel still be up if J-Rom's is down, right? And from what I hear, they have a dominant submissive relationship, meaning that she does everything J-Rom says, according to the roles they play in their relationship, the dom submissive type of relationship, dominant submissive. Big 13 says, take a shot of Uzo Manga. You deserve it. You are slaying the competition. Elias did great. Well, thank you, bro. I mean, look, dude, I appreciate it, bro. I'm not about the glory and the fame, bro. I'm just here to help people. I'm here to just put this to rest once and for all, man. That's the truth of the matter. But I appreciate it, bro. And I'm glad you're happy and you're excited that finally, together, we're all getting somewhere. I don't look at this as something I'm doing just for myself. I'm doing this for you folks too. This is like a team effort here, folks. It really is. Because many people have been hurt by this group of people led by Texas caregiver Brian and people he sponsors like Jamie and JB Gunner. And speaking of JB Gunner, he did a stream today. And if I'm up to it, in a little bit, I may share a little bit about what happened over there. It's not that big of a deal, but it was kind of interesting. But yeah, dude, this is a team effort, and I appreciate the compliments, but not necessary, man. I'm just here to do the right thing. But thank you anyway, man. I appreciate it. Cub says Jamie thinks that he is a cross between Einstein and Adonis. No way. Miscellaneous mistletoe, it doesn't. And when he is not live, etc. I am sure he talks about you behind the scenes, but wants to make it seem like you're the one starting stuff with them by not responding publicly. Right. A bunch of ones responding to the question I mentioned earlier. Tornado Town says, Legion, because he's a leech. He's a blood-sucking leech. That's the question I asked. Do you feel Jamie is a blood-sucking leech? A blood-sucking YouTube leech? And everyone says 1. Arnie says 1. Jamie is a lazy, unkept slob who wants to do the least amount of work to earn money. Of course, that is true. No doubt about that. I'm not going to argue that for a second. And I don't think anybody would. Biggest fan. All of Jamie's fans are Eli's and JB's rejects. He can't get his own audience. Pathetic. It's true. We've been saying, both JB and I have been saying that for years. Despite my feelings about JB Gunner, that's true. It is. Tornado Town. MD was pretty. Yeah, she was cute. She was cute. Arnie says, hashtag Cub Castleberry. Jamie's abused a lot of women, both physically and mentally. He has. Well, I haven't heard physically, but I've heard mentally and emotionally. Sorry, I take that back. I mean, I haven't seen any proof or heard any proof of him physically abusing women, but I've heard mentally and emotionally. Tornado Town, troll alert above. Well, was taken care of by Queen. Big 13 says, haha, Donis Jamie is more like Hermaphroditus, the son of Aphrodite. Yep. Empress Janet says, good show. Well, thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Empress Janet says, 1. Cub says, I'm thankful that Jamie isn't raising the daughter. That's true. Now, let me read the email that J-Rom sent me earlier today. This was pathetic. This was all plotted by Jamie and J-Rom and probably Brian, Texas caregiver, to try to get things back on track for their agenda to keep their facade going. Nice try. Nice try. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, it was that email. Oh, no, it was another one. Okay, this is what he wrote. He put in the subject line, "Hey, stupid, read this." He goes, "Bro, I was never sponsored by Brian. That's BS. I know for a fact you were sponsored by Brian, and you still are at this very moment. You're a liar. Again, lying again, Rahm. I literally said that to trigger you. Nope, you didn't trigger me, bro, and you're a pathetic, compulsive liar, bro. Everything about you has been 100% phony. FYI, I said like 2 months ago, I had filed bankruptcy a couple times that almost always goes hand in hand with divorce. No, you mentioned that you got divorced and you dealt with a lot of financial issues or something like that, right? You never mentioned that, bro. You didn't. You're lying about it. That's something you know if you'd ever been married and divorced. Just because people get divorced doesn't mean they file bankruptcy. Some people do, some people don't. Some people file bankruptcy so that way their other half gets nothing. That's pretty pathetic, bro. That's even more pathetic. Not all relationships endure, as you are aware. I get that, bro. I hid my channel in case I find time to do this YouTube thing again. You'll be back sooner than you think, bro, or than I think, right? You'll be back probably by tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised, J-Rom, if you unhid your channel tomorrow. You see, J-Rom, if I played into what you guys want me to play into, if I would have gloated and stuff and done all that like I've done in the past, you would have come back tonight or tomorrow. Now, you might stay hidden a little bit longer, but I bet you will be back sooner than you say, bro. Watch, you'll be back. Because if you didn't want to come back, you would have permanently deleted your channel. You're a liar again, J-Rob. You'll be back very soon. Why is Anna's channel not hidden, right? Why aren't you telling your submissive, to hide her channel? Doesn't make any sense, J-Rob. You're lying again. That said, my friend and now business partner and I just bought 3 trucks. I don't care what you do on your spare time. Why are you telling me this? And are starting a new business. Good for you, bro. I have traded stock for years now, and that has been good for me. Why are you projecting? Dude, oh my God, man. The projector, man. Did Brian make you do this? Was this all fabricated to try to trigger me? Is this a script written by Jamie and Brian? Maybe more so Brian? Is Brian writing all these scripts to you guys? Oh my God, this is pathetic. I suggest you get in the market. You have no idea where my money's at, and it's none of your business, none of anyone's business but my own. Thank you. I really did take on 4 people as their life coach and speak to them 3 times a day as they see fit. I mean, congratulations, bro. Why do you need to tell me that? You trying to trigger me? I mean, dude, I don't care if some of my people went to your channel. Some of yours came to mine. Who cares, bro? What's the big deal? What do you want me to validate you? Pat you on the back, bro? All right, good boy. Good J-Rob, good boy, right? This spreads my time a bit thin for everything else. No, dude. Dude, you got called out. You got called out, bro. And you got exposed for being a compulsive 100% liar. And you're at least a little bit embarrassed, but more so, you and Jamie were trying to play this up. You and Jamie were trying to flip it on me and make me look like a fool, and it didn't work. You failed again, Rahm, and so did you, Jamie. And so did you, Brian. While YouTube has been profitable and fun, oh, BS, dude. That's BS. That's BS. So let me read that again. While YouTube has been profitable and fun, I've chosen family over YouTube. I'll be watching when I have free time. You're not going anywhere, bro. You're addicted to this, bro. Jamie and I are in contact off YouTube, and I both am and always will be liking Legion. Best of luck to you. Huh. Dude, you're a phony piece of baloney, dude. Phony baloney. If you feel Rahm is full of baloney in that email that was orchestrated between him and Jamie and possibly even Brian, Wise Night Owl, Texas Caregiver. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that was phony baloney. Now, while you folks are putting your 1s in the chat, because I know you're going to put a 1 in the chat, let's go to Jamie's community posting from 8 hours ago. A message from our own Coach J-Rom. We'll miss you, buddy. You'll always be like a Legion. We Legion are honest, loyal, and proud. No, you're phony baloney, James. You're full of it. And here's a screenshot of what J-Rom sent Jamie to post as a picture below the posting of that community post. J-Rom writes, FFS. We all know what FFS is, I mean. For beep's sake, right? Will you please show this text? I left the platform after much deliberation to pursue my new business, both as a company owner, stock trader, and life coach. God. This is so pathetic, man. I can't do this anymore. This is just this is ridiculous. I can't. These 3 things already occupy quite the large number of hours of my day, and the rest will be spent enjoying my family. YouTube was fun and fairly profitable. Wait a minute, bro. Let's compare your notes from what you said earlier. Janet, thank you for the $1 cash out. She says, please unblock Josiah. He is safe. What did he get banned for? If Queen wants to unban Josiah, she can find him. She can do it. But just have Josiah be cool, because if he says something that's ban-worthy, he'll get banned. But thank you for another $1 cash app, Janet. You could have actually come to the chat and mentioned that instead. But thank you. We're going to add another $1 to the channel donations. We're going to make it $13. Thank you so much. Every dollar counts. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna compare the message. You see, on the screenshot he sent to Jamie, he goes, YouTube was fun and fairly profitable for me. Fairly. Okay, that may be one of the few honest things you've said. Fairly. You made a little bit of money. I can consider that fairly profitable. But what did you say in the email to me? What'd you say in the email to me? You said, while YouTube has been profitable and fun, right? You said profitable, then you said fairly profitable. Interesting. Well, Janet, another $2 for proud of your show, coming in peace. Janet, you say that every day. And Janet, I will send timestamps of you saying that J.B. Gunner didn't do anything wrong by spitting on my father's grave, or he didn't actually spit on my grave, on my father's grave. Janet, that's a disgraceful act that he did, period. And it almost kind of sounded like you were condoning that. And I'm not mad, Janet. I'm not going to ban you. I'm just going to call you out on everything you do. How many times, Janet, can you ask someone for forgiveness and continue to do things that require forgiveness, Janet? I'm just asking you. I'm not going to ban you, Janet. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm going to continue to, bring your behavior to the forefront and just ask you, And you continue to simulcast me, Janet. You continue to use my content, which, if you do it under fair use, Janet, it's not a big deal. But why would you simulcast my content instead of coming over here and watching it, right? Because you're trying to eat off my plate too, Janet? I'm not going to ban you. I'm not mad, Janet. I'm just saying, are you trying to eat off my plate too? Do you see what's happening to people that eat off my plate? That's all I'm saying, Janet. No, I get it, Janet. I get it. It's all good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the $2, to add to the channel donations. We now are up to $15. Thank you so much for that, folks. So, I mean, look at this. This to me, after I saw all of this, and I was thinking to myself, J-Rahm's putting his channel to hit. He hit his channel. Okay. I saw this happen in real time. And first, he put the last 2 weeks worth of videos on private. And then, after that, I went to search for his channel, and it wasn't coming up in search. Then I'm like, he hit his channel. They're playing a game. I knew it right away. So what do I do to find channels that are hidden or have been deleted to find out what happened? I go to the Bing browser because, or the Bing search engine, because Google owns YouTube, and whenever something is removed from YouTube, Google automatically removes that search result instantly. But if you go to another, search engine like Bing, you can search Coach J Rahm YouTube, and they'll give you the link. So I went there, got the link, and then it said this channel does not exist. And when it says this channel does not exist, basically that's the message it shows when somebody hides their channel. I'm like, okay, between that, these messages here, the message on Lycantheory's community posting, the email that J Rahm sent me. Why would J Rahm send me an email? Why would he take the time to send an enemy an email like that if he wasn't trying to trigger me, right? This was all a pathetic attempt for them to try to get me to gloat, to try to get me to believe that this is really happening, when the truth of the matter is J Rahm may be back as soon as tomorrow. Are you coming back tomorrow, J Rahm? You coming back tomorrow, bro? Seriously, are you coming back tomorrow, right? And why is Anna's channel still public when she's your submissive and does everything you say? But all of your stuff, J-Rahm, you even put your Facebook to private. You hid your Facebook, right? You're going through great lengths to get me to believe that I ran you off of YouTube, when the truth of the matter is you may be back as soon as tomorrow or in a few days. Now, J-Rahm, if you want to stay off the platform and keep your channel hidden for a month to try to prove me wrong when you know I'm right, do what you got to do, bro. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic, right? Let me go through the chat, folks. Where are we at here? Screw their Genesis Queen. Cub says all Rob does is project. That's true. He's a 24/7 projector. Biggest fan. His new name is Jay Liar. Absolutely biggest fan. Arnie says Rahm's wives left him after he went bankrupt, and Zia left him when Rahm didn't support him. Tornado Town says he'll be back. He loves the attention. He may be back as soon as tomorrow, or he may take a couple days to try to throw me off. What they're gonna continue to try to throw me off and fool me. But let me tell you something, Rahm and James and Brian and anyone else involved, right? But those are the three guys involved here, right? I'm 10 steps ahead of you folks. What's the next thing you're going to try to do? Janet with 2 more $1 cash apps. 4, never condone, look email, no helping prove you right. I don't know what you meant by that, Janet, but thank you for the another $1. And then you also put look email, I'm friend, not foe, I never sir. I don't know what you're even saying, but thank you, Janet, for another total of $2 of cash apps. Jesus. I've got $477 in Cash App just sitting there. Another $23, it'll be $500. And I'm going to put that money to good use. Probably will donate about half of it back, and the other half I'm gonna probably get some. I need to get some new equipment, for the channel. I'm gonna do that. Thank you to everyone that's donated over the last several weeks in Cash App or on Cash App or in any way. I appreciate it. So let's add $2 more to the fund. That's gonna make it $17. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate it. I do. I really do. Let's see. Queen Helen Casey, we do not give a damn, says Queen. Cub says Rahm and the other far bald guy are the most pathetic. What bald guy is that? Oh, you're talking about Josh from Haters Inc. Yeah, he's pretty pathetic too. Like all of them. And they all try to come at me. Like over the last month, they've all tried to come at me. I handled it respectfully, professionally, maturely every time. Anyone tried to come at me, and that's it. And don't get triggered, and they have nothing. They have absolutely nothing. Arnie says, Rahm's really lightening up the lumens in his lame Dear John letter. Oh, yeah, he was. Rahm's really lighting up the lumens in his lame Dear John letter. That was pathetic, man. It was fake. Tornado says, right, Queen. Cub says, that guy is a loser. Queen says, I don't go over there. Cub says, Queen, you are smarter than we are. We are gluttons for punishment. Biggest fan, Jay Liar is just a dumb truck driver living in Anna's Section 8 apartment, living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people have said that they live in a Section 8 apartment. Some people say that is not true. Is it true that they live in a Section 8 apartment? Is that true? I don't really care. I'm just curious. I mean, that would just be the icing on the cake of this whole thing. But anyway. Cub says, subjecting ourselves to those idiots is self-abuse. You're right. Wow. 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 I keep seeing pathetic things. And I'm going to keep that to myself. Now, let me get back to the chat here. Let's see. Biggest fan says 1. Tornado Town says, yeah, he's so addicted. He took Anna's streaming time. Selfish J-Rom. Yep. Oh, yeah. Miscellaneous Mistletoe. 1. Queen says, Cub, that's because I research all the time and the demons are ruining this country and around the world. Okay, that's Queen's opinion. Arnie says, 1. The only thing holding up Rahm's body is the brown matter that pumps through his body. Okay, Rex Rogers, 1. Miscellaneous Mistletoe with the smiley and crying emoji. Big 13. That Haters Inc. guy is horrible with money. He spends all his disability money on pancakes and flat tires. He's on disability, or I thought, isn't he? Is he retired from the military and retired disabled? Is that how he makes his money? I thought he was a chef. Huh? Huh? Hang on a second. This thing is self-destructing in real time, folks, while I'm live on the air. This is really pathetic. Tornado Town with a bunch of happy emojis. Cub says, Queen, things do seem to be ruined already. The research must be very frustrating these days. Hang on. Let me see here. Arnie says, Rob thinks telling people to drink Mango Pepsi to lose weight is life coaching. That's funny. Queen says, I'm not unbanning anybody. Cub says, he also thinks that eating 20 sausage patties from McDonald's is healthy. Miscellaneous says, holy moly at Cub. That's an exaggeration, but I get what he's saying. Let's see. Cub says he is on good terms with his ex because they are just glad to be rid of him. Isis mom. Hi, Made Empress Janet. Miscellaneous says, I'm sorry he spit on your father's grave. That's disrespectful. It's okay. I'm over it. It was wrong, but it never triggered me. It was wrong. And it will be taken care of at some point down the road. Now the botting is done. We have 53 in the box. These are legit numbers right now. We have 53 in the box right now. Biggest fan, she won't anymore. She got a copyright strike today. Who got a copyright strike today? Biggest fan. Can you let me know? I think Janet gives you props while she streams your content. I think that's what she does to everyone. Look, I mean, she doesn't have that big of a channel, and it's not really affecting me. So, I mean, I don't care. I did put a copyright strike on her main channel, which is why she's on this one. And, I mean, apparently, she's trying to work things out, I guess, in some way, shape, or form with me. But what she continues to do just makes me wonder to the point of where it's like, I don't know if I should retract the copyright strike or not. And as of now, I'm not going to do it. Cub says there is no justification for streaming someone's live content. No, there really isn't. Unfortunately, they do own YouTube. Who's that, Queen? Tornado says exactly 100. Cub says that is straight theft. Yep. Wow, Janet restreams his content. A lot of people have restreamed me, including Jamie, JB Gunner in the past. A lot of people have done it. Don't be so nasty at Tornado Town. Tornado Town says biggest fan is hitting on Eli. I don't even know who biggest fan is. Cub says, fan, are you Janet? Suck count. Yeah. I mean, this whole thing is so pathetic. And these trolls don't trigger me. They're actually rather comical. Just Dixie, I think he wants you to think his channel is gone, so you'll show one of his streams and he'll strike you. No, I wouldn't show any. I don't show any one of these people's streams or anything. I don't use any copyrighted stuff. So they can't get me. If they could get me, they would. I'll tell you. If I ever gave them anything to strike, they would strike me in a second. Tornado Town says, biggest fan, I was talking about J-Rob. Biggest fan, buy some Bitcoin. Okay, that's your opinion. Cub says, Queen needs a piece of that donation pie for outstanding loyalty and excellent work. Well, Queen has no way to accept money. I've tried to send her money before, and there's no way to send her money. And she's told me she's fine the way she is. So until she changes that, that's on her. Cub, in my humble opinion, that is. Well, yeah, see, Cub, when you kind of, I understand your intentions of that, but when you say something like that, you almost make it seem like that person, if he doesn't donate money to her or give money to her, that, it's a bad thing, right? I think people should donate without other people having to be a third party and say that you should donate to that person. But that's just me. But I get what you're saying. Your intentions were pure, but you know how it comes off, right? You know how it can be perceived, right? Need to wrap this up soon. Biggest fans is okay. Miss Lena says there are 2 different biggest fans in here. LOL. I don't care. I don't care. They're not. None of them are triggering me. All right, I'm gonna ban this one. That's a trolling account. Tornado Town is biggest fan GLM. No, and it doesn't matter. Cub says I prefer Trump to his opposition, but I'm not really a fan of him either. Neither am I. But that's just my opinion. Some people like it, some people don't. Arnie says Haters Inc. idea of being chef is placing a 20-pound steak on a barbecue. That's funny, man. Jesus. Cubs says, I don't want to get political, but I'm concerned that Biden is actually already senile. No, I don't think he is. A lot of people are saying that don't like him. Typically, the people that are saying that are people that are Trump supporters or conservatives. Queen says, bye to the troll. Biggest fan just got a copyright strike. I'm sorry, Janet got a copyright strike on what? Did she get another copyright strike on her new channel, Empress? Did she? Are you telling me that Janet got another copyright strike on her Empress Janet channel? Because she has one on her Fellowship Online Funhouse channel. She doesn't understand that if she keeps on restreaming people, especially people that don't like her, they're going to strike her down. Her channel will be shut down when she gets 3 strikes. Kara says Queen. Get him, Queen says Tornado. Cub says Mr. G struck her is what I saw. Who's Mr. G? Are you talking about Gunner? Who struck her? JB Gunner? Is that what you're talking about? One is gone now. Miss Lena says, Queen Helen Casey, kudos to you. Big 13, good night, Elias. A great 3:24 a.m. time for bed. Greece. Good night. Thank you for being here, Big 13. Just Dixie. Okay. All right. One more thing I want to talk about Gunner. Yeah. So Gunner actually flagged her down. All right. On which channel? Oh, she is? Janet restreams you for bigger channels and sits and laughs at you the entire time. Every time she donates, she makes jokes about you. She's doing it right now. That's fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. If she wants to give me a few dollars here and there to laugh at me, it's not a big deal. I don't care. It doesn't bother me one bit. If she gets off on it, that's on her. Well, I flagged her. No, unless JB Gunner put strike 2 on her channel. I put strike 1 on her channel last week. So she has 1 strike from me on Fellowships Online Funhouse. If JB Gunner just put 1 on her, that's 2 strikes. 1 more, and that channel gets taken down. Maybe they're trying to take her down. She uses a lot of content. I mean, she could easily get taken down right now if people file on her because she uses a lot of content. That's why she started this other channel. She thinks, she probably assumes that channel's going to go down. Keep them donations coming. Yeah, I'm not concerned. If she wants to talk smack about me and pay me money, I don't care, right? It's not a big deal. So I just got confirmation from a couple of people behind the scenes that JB struck her Empress channel, her Empress Janet channel, and the other one was the one that I got. So she's down on 2 channels now. That's good. All right. Well, she keeps on playing her cards the way she's playing it. She won't be streaming on this channel. Sorry, she won't be streaming on this platform on any channel. She'll keep getting taken down. That's the way it goes. One more thing before I get out of here, folks. Get your final questions in right now. JB Gunner did a live stream earlier today, and he did a pre-recorded video. And JB, I'm only going to say a few things about you. I know you watch me all the time. You've said I'm accidentally funny in the past, and that I guess you enjoy watching my content for whatever reason it is, right? Your pre-recorded video of me, or that you did to me, saying that I slaughtered, or use another word I don't want to say right now to get demonetized, J-Rob. It was almost like paying me a compliment, and I really don't even want a compliment, but I get what you were saying. You were on the same side, right? But then you went and did a live stream, and then you said, you were saying other things, like you were putting me in the same position as these other people. And let me tell you something, JB. It doesn't matter what you think about me. I don't really care what anyone thinks about me. I'm in a league of my own. And this is the difference between myself and you, JB Gunner, and Jamie, and J-Ron. All 3 of you guys are sponsored by Texas Caregiver, and I'm not. I'm an independent channel. And I built this with my own bare hands from the ground up. And I do have real content here, whether you agree or you don't agree. That's your opinion. You have the right to state your opinion any way you want to, right? Truth of the matter is, JB, you're ticked off at me for something that happened years ago that you've taken way out of context, because you were coming at me for years and I was trying to stop you, right? Then I figured out how to play this game better, and you still haven't let go of that resentment, right? The truth of the matter is, JB Gunner, you've said this before, that out of all these people, including Jamie and other people, that I'm the best content creator out of all of them. I have the real content. I had the biggest potential. Now, I'm not seeking your validation. It's just funny to me today, you basically paid props to Jamie as the only one that runs a real channel, when you know his content is crap. The reason why you said that is because you're white knighting for a guy that's sponsored by the same guy you're sponsored by. And you also do know that J-Rom is sponsored by Texas Caregiver. You do know he actually is sponsored by Brian. And everyone's trying to say he's not. I know for a fact he is. He even said it on one of his streams, the one he did, what was it, yesterday? And he had Jamie put the link in the chat. Why would he continue to white knight and promote Brian's stuff without getting paid? What's he doing, the white knight for Jamie? No. He's sponsored by the guy. It's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. And JB Gunner, the reason why you even talked about this is because your ship is sinking too, sir. You lost a lot of support for what you did on my father's grave. And I'm not triggered over that, bro. It's not a big deal. Right? It actually is. I do care about it, but it doesn't trigger me, which is what I'm trying to say. Right? I'm choosing to not make it a big deal, which is a better way to put it. Because I love my father, right? But see, here's the thing, JB. Like I said, compared to Brian, you're a fish in a pond. Okay? You're a fish in a pond, and Brian is the fisherman, right? Or you're a sheep, and Brian is the sheep herder, right? I don't want the sheep. I want the herder, right? To me, JB, you're irrelevant. You are. And you can take that any way you want to take it, okay? I'm not trying to even attack you. I'm just saying, to me, your words mean nothing to me. Now, sometimes it makes sense, and I can even agree with somebody that I despise, right? Right? But the truth of the matter is, JB, you reinserted yourself because everything else for you is not working at the moment, and you need to find a way to keep bringing in the money. And you also need to keep finding a way to appease your sponsor. I have a feeling, not 100% sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brian told you to, or slightly nudged you to actually insert yourself into this, right? Whether it involved Brian or whether you needed to insert yourself back into drama so you can start making more drama donations because everything else is drying up for you. I don't know, man. It's just the same cycle with you. It's the same cycle. You saw the opportunity and you seized it. You seized it because it's one of one of the few options you have right now, JB. That's the truth, right? But you're trying to make it come off like, oh, you know, these guys are starving for my attention. No one's starving for your attention, bro. No one is starving for your attention at all, bro. No one is. No one cares, bro. Not Jamie. Jamie doesn't care about you. Jerem doesn't care about you. I certainly don't care about you, right? Right? No one's eating off your plate, bro. Now, what I will say is this. I did give you credit in the past for getting the idea of using third-party broadcast software to do high-quality streams. I thank you for that to this day, sir. But as far as creating my own content and setting up my own equipment, I did everything on my own. And I'm not going to let you sit there and take that from me. If you want to try to take it, go right ahead. I'm not going to let you. But you're trying to take full credit for anything I've built here. That's a bunch of crap. The one thing you did for me, JB, is I saw and learned. I even taught myself how to use OBS, but seeing you broadcast with third-party software with its flexibility gave me the idea to go look into that. I thank you for that. Besides that, I've done it all on my own. So what are you trying to take credit for, man? What are you trying to take credit for? All right? Why do you even care to insert into this? You care because it's what you need to survive right now. You've got 2 channels that are down, right? You're moving these over to Odyssey, right? You got 42 followers on Odyssey, I believe, right? And you need to find a way to continue making donations outside of your political commentary content. So you're feeding back into the drama. Let me tell you what's going to happen, JB. I've pretty much said everything. I've said everything. Now, people might tune in if you do a reaction video, which you may end up doing this tomorrow. I think you probably will. But do you think people want to hear the same thing over and over again? That's why I figured out this game and I learned that, hey, if you're going to respond to something that's time critical, you drop everything and do it right then and there. If I were to put this off till tomorrow, it wouldn't get the same traction or attention it's getting now because that the day would pass, right? So that's all I'm going to say. Best of luck to you, JB. I'm not fazed by you. I'm not triggered by you. You can talk about me all you want. You can say that you have more footage on the grave, and you can say that, oh, you know, I went, you think I went all the way to Redwood City to only take a few snippets. I'm sure you have a little extra coverage, JB, but I don't think you have what you're stating. I think you're amping it up. In the same ways you amped up saying, I have 3 silver play buttons. Where are those play buttons, JB? If we're going to sit here and go at Jerem and call him a phony, which he is, because he's been a pathetic liar, a pathetic pathological liar, right? Then why don't you show us your 3 play buttons? I keep saying that. If you're not a phony, JB Gunner, and you've been honest all along to your audience, why don't you show us your 3 silver play buttons, JB? Where are they? You're all about showing receipts, JB. I've been asking you to show receipts for your 3 silver play buttons for years, and you never have. But to any normal YouTuber, they would be happy to show those receipts. They would be showing off those silver play buttons in the background every time they record a video or do a live stream. You don't have those play buttons, JB. They never happen. You never had any channels that hit 100K subs. You're a liar, bro. You're just as bad as Rahm. Maybe not as bad, but pretty close. There are some things that have been truthful about you, but the majority of everything you've done, JB, has been an act as well. And then when you get caught, you say, "I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer." Okay, I get that, right? But you can't entertain people and be truthful at the same time. You have to fabricate things to be entertaining, bro. That's pretty pathetic, man. If you have to lie to people and manipulate people to be entertaining, bro, that's just nuts. It's just stupid, man. All right. Let me check out the chat real quick here one more time, then we're going to get it out of here because I'm getting exhausted. I need to get some rest. I need to eat and get some rest. Let's see. Tornado says, keep them donations coming. Okay, well, I think we're done with the donations for the night. Queen Helen Casey, somebody will get her for strike 3. Well, it's 1 and 1. 1 on one channel and 1 on the other. Thirsty says she is trying to get you to retract the strike on her main channel by telling you lies. Well, it's not going to happen then. Mr. G struck her new channel today. Okay, yeah, I got confirmation of that. Thank you. Great show, Elias says Tornado Town. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Arnie says, what we have got left here at best, we've got a guy with a coloring book that's worth its weight in toilet paper and a guy that thinks he's a dietitian by recommending McDonald's Happy Meals. Cub Castleberry, he had her new channel. Cub says ODN was on with Janet today and she got roasted and then struck. Miss Lena says at Arnie Zanabar, LOL. Cub says, hold on. Arnie, I think you're giving them too much credit. Thirsty says, Thirsty Bish, so you don't care that he spit on your father's grave? If I were you, I'd go after him. I didn't say I don't care. You didn't hear the whole thing I said. Maybe you missed that part. I said, it's not that I don't care that he spit on my father's grave. It doesn't trigger me, okay? It doesn't trigger me. I do care about my father. I just don't care to allow JB Gunner to trigger me. I don't. It will never happen again. And I will handle this at some point. And trust me, at some point, it will be handled. But in the meantime, we're looking more so at a sponsor. So, yes, I do care about my father, but nothing JB Gunner does bothers me. Directly bothers me. Does that mean he should get away with what he did? No. I'm just not letting it get to me. I'm going to handle it behind the scenes professionally, respectfully, and maturely. Professionally, respectfully, and maturely. Tornado Town, you're right, Eli. It was a weird thing for J-Rom to send you that message. Absolutely it was. Cub says, Thirsty, the way I look at it, birds fly over and poop on graves and gravestones and such, and it's just more of the printable and probably not worth the energy. Miscellaneous says, I have to go, Coach, but have a good night to all of you here. Absolutely. Let me see here. Tornado says, Night Mistletoe. Cub says, J-Rom is just desperate. I've never seen somebody project more than him. I agree. I totally agree with that. Absolutely. Queen Helen Case says that's because you don't have any evidence. Cub says, I'm not superstitious or necessarily fearful of ghosts, but that is not an act I would entertain myself. All right, folks, we're at 2 hours and 28 minutes. I was on here a lot longer than I thought I would be. I'm going to get on out of here, and I've got some things to do tonight. I am exhausted, but I still have some things to do. If you have anything else you want to mention to me, feel free to email me anytime, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. More than likely tomorrow if you email me tonight. Cub says, I bet that robe that he wears has multiple brown racing stripes on it in the gluteal area. Okay. All right. Oh, my God. That is not true. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. Somebody just messaged me saying something that is definitely not true. So that is definitely not true. I have no idea where that came from. I have no idea where people get their information from sometimes. I know what's the truth and what's not, especially when it comes to my family. So, but I'm going to get out of here, folks. Thank you so much. I hope we're up to date. I hope we don't have to continue this facade tomorrow. I really want to get back to creating some regular content and helping people get a better grip on their lives. I apologize to those of you that have been, waiting for the coaching content to come back, and that will hopefully come back tomorrow. Unless something major happens, I think we're done with this, folks. Okay? So with that being said, have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye.